Hello everyone, good morning. I hope you're all feeling pretty cool. I'm a bit ill this morning, but it's nothing I can't really handle. I've had the worst of it's over basically. So today I'm doing some printmaking, if you haven't already guessed. I'm using my usual block liner printing ink, such a great name, and I've just rolled on some ink onto my perspex. And today's a little bit different because I don't know why I've never thought about this before, but every time at university or at college or whenever I've done printing with a print press, they've always wetted the paper before actually putting it through the press. And I don't know why I haven't actually done that before, because usually it picks up a lot more pigment because it's wet and it's a lot more, I want to say sticky, it sticks to it a lot more. So that's what I'm basically doing today. But the process of actually wetting paper isn't just putting a piece of paper underneath the tap. I just filled up the sink to enough that it will cover like my fingers and at least the paper. Kind of let it soak in there for about half a minute usually, and then I take it out, let it dry for a little bit on a piece of like towel. I've now slotted it in between some bits of paper. That's it there. The ink's going to attach a lot more now that it's a bit more damp, so I'm going to just put on some paper for my collage and then I'll start printing onto it. So I'm going to go for a quite basic one because the piece of paper I'm using today is A4, so that's roughly about 29.4 by 42 centimetres roughly. I think that's it, or that's the A3 size at least. It's one of those. I always find it a bit weird how I didn't realise that in the UK a lot of us use like A4, A3, A2. I'm not sure if any other countries do it, but we had a Canadian exchange student, there was two of them, and we were saying about A4 papers, sizes and stuff, and they were like, what are you on about? Like, what is this A4 sizing that all of you are talking about? And I'm like, do you not really use it? And apparently they just don't use it. If anyone knows why, let me know, or if you use it or you don't use it, because that'd be quite a different topic to talk about, isn't it? It's just the simple little things that you don't realise people use. I'm just going for a mountainy kind of look. Oh, for those who are new to my channel, this process is kind of a really good and basic and budget friendly way of printmaking. I always love it because the pieces of paper that you put down are the bits that are going to show up white on your paper, and obviously the black part is going to show through because you're not putting anything there for it to stop it to go through. For me, it's just a fun way to get into printmaking, and if you don't have a printing press, it's what you use to like print collagraphs and liner prints. But it doesn't mean you can't print without it though, so there's always ways around trying to do art, not as cheaply as possible but accessible as possible. Okay, I think I'll put that one down and we'll just get on because I'm not too sure. Okay, so it is a little bit damp, the paper. Maybe I should have because of the paper is wet, well, slightly damp. I'm just going to pat down rather than put my feet on it, which I normally do. I use my feet as a press. Okay. Oh, this paper is just sketchbook paper that I ripped out from a notepad I got from Poundland for an amazing £1. It had like 28 pieces of paper in, and it's not that bad quality. It's not the greatest quality, but it's something that you can still print on and still get quite a good effect on. Kind of reminds me of watercolour paper, because it has that thickness and that kind of bumpiness of it, that it's just going to soak up water. I'm just hoping this comes off. I have a bad theory that when I take this off, it's just going to rip off like paper does. But I'm sure it will be fine. This could be like the best thing I do all day. Right, here we go. Okay, cool. So that has definitely picked up a lot more pigment than it usually does with this paper, but I think the main issue at the moment is I've used the wrong type of paper, which is fine, but for what it's worth, that has definitely picked up a lot more pigment, because normally it comes out a lot more grainy, like in between these marks. So yeah, there you go. So I would have thought it would have printed a little bit more, but then again it could be the paper, so I'm definitely going to switch up the paper and have another go at this. This is definitely not, people may see this as a fail of a print, but for me it's just another experiment, and this piece of paper was going anyway. And I also have the back of it as well, so if I want to experiment even more, then I can have a go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed it insightful and it helps you in your artist practice, or you just having a little chin wag and having a look. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and comment down below any suggestions you have about my channel, this video, or anything I've said, really, because that would be nice. It'd be nice to talk to people. And I shall see you guys next time. Bye!